What's happening, YouTube? Rajay back to take a look at another beer. I'm going to take a look at one that comes from California and from Eric and Bastard Brewing. This is the Double Bastard Ale. This one comes in at just over 11% ABV and at 100 IBU. Considered to be an American strong ale. Also considered to not be for the weak, as they make mention on the bottle. Warning: Double Bastard Ale is not to be wasted on a tentative or weak. Only the worthy are invited, and then only at your own risk. If you have even a modicum of hesitation, do not buy this bottle. Instead, leave it for a worthy soul who is already matriculated to the sublime ecstasy of what those in the know refer to as liquid arrogance. So it has a bunch of other writing down there too, but I'm not going to go through and read all of that. If I can get something like that into the description, I will. But looking forward to this one. Big fan of the beers from Eric and Bastard. And for some reason, I never tried this one before. So go ahead and get it open and get it into the glass. Now for this beer, it's recommended to do either do it with either a snifter or a tulip glass. I'm actually going to use a snifter one here. This one, nice. I think it's 22 ounce bottle. I think it's 1.6 ounces. Don't see it on here. Go ahead and get it into the glass, and there's your appearance right there. Nice, what I would call reddish brown color. Get it to the light. Really pretty looking beer. Lots of good carbonation taking place once you put the light through it. Wow, it's really a nice appearance on this one. And get it out of the light. You don't really have any cloudiness as well, but you can't see through it as much. It kind of darkens along those lines. As far as the head itself, poured out, it was about a finger and a half. I think it's at a finger head now. The head itself is actually pretty much nice, creamy, and looks to be just off white barely. So I was going to say almost beige or tan, but it's barely just off white, more like a say like a cream type color. But wow, looking at it away from the light, even it's got a nice little glow through it. Be kind of cool to put a light behind it as well. Probably get a pretty good photo shot with it. Go ahead and get the aroma. Wow, on the aroma, I'm pulling out notes of caramel. The malts are very strong in here considering the 100 IBU, but you do get the hops on the back end a little bit. Getting kind of a toffee smell coming out up front. It smells very boozy. And like some of the other barley wines, it almost has like that strong medicine-y type scent. Go ahead and get a taste. For 100 IBU, you're not getting hit with a lot of bitterness up front. I was expecting to get that little bit of a tinge on the tongue on the initial taste, and it's actually very smooth up front. Even on the back end, nothing really happening as much there. And this one is somewhat sort of fresh, I believe. It was bottled 9/3/15, so we're kind of within that just over that 4-month window. Now, if you hold it, you do get some of the bitterness then on the tongue on the back end. You get a chewy texture with it. Nice mouthfeel, definitely full body. Lots of flavors taking place that, as you hold it there, the flavors do envelop in the mouth very nicely. It's very barley wine-ish. On the duration, you're getting a pretty good duration. Flavors are lasting around for a bit. There's nothing really on the back end really complaining. The carbonation actually is pretty nice on this one. You can feel it working, but it's still not overly carbonated. Another one that'd be a good cigar type beer to put those flavors together. The one thing I like about this one though is, for as strong as it is, I thought with it being kind of like a barley wine, that you may get some of that aftertaste, that medicine thing, and I'm not picking that up at all. A lot of the stronger beers have been so boozy that starts to come through. You don't get that on this one, really. I mean, overall, it provides a nice, if you want to say, a subtle type, strong American strong ale. You taste some of the alcohol for sure on the back end, but it's not anything that's off-putting about it. I think someone that, like it mentions on the bottle, if you're not used to that kind of alcohol maybe coming through, it may be a little too strong for the average person, but for me, as I like a lot of these beers, it kind of sits very well. No, I mean, if you like American strong ales and you like barley wine ales, I think this is one that definitely can suit for what you're looking for. go ahead and check some of the ratings. Well, Untapped actually has it at an average of 3.94 bottle caps. Beer Advocate actually had it ranked as a 95 for world class, and the Bros at one time had ranked it at 100. And then Rate Beer has it as 100 overall, but then 99 for style. I think for style, it definitely is right there at the top for sure. But for me, I'm not going to say for me it'll be an A+ beer. I think it hits the class perfectly in that regard, where it's definitely an A, but it's an A+. I think you have to offer something maybe a little bit more unique, and I don't get that as much out of this one, despite how smooth it is even on the back end. But it's definitely an A beer, so I'm going to give this one an A from my perspective for the Double Bastard Ale. Again, not for the weak-hearted for sure. Yeah, you have a few of these, you're not going to want to go anywhere for a while. You're going to want to just chill and relax. But yeah, if you like some strong type beers, give this one a shot. If you like cigars, definitely bring a cigar into play with it. And let me know what you think about it. If you've had it before, put some comments in the comments section. I'd love to hear any feedback you've had with this beer. Definitely one I would enjoy drinking. I'd drink it again with no problem. I wouldn't drink it, a lot of it, if I was going out somewhere, because this one would creep up with you pretty quickly with that 11% ABV, but definitely would give it a shot again. Well worth it. So again, that is Double Bastard from Arrogant Bastard Ale. And if you like the stuff they're doing out there, if you haven't had it, make sure you give them a shot. But with that being said, glad you swung by to check out another video. If you like what you saw, please remember to hit that like button. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to stay up to speed on these videos as they're completed. But I'm going to go ahead and finish drinking this, kick back a little bit, and then I'm not too tanked, come back and probably do another review at some point. But with that, I'm going to say cheers. I look forward to catching you next time.